1,
2 3
4.
In this video I'm going to show you how we can use the digital-based method using the vector-based media of Adobe Illustrator to create our third angle orthogonal drawing of the block that I've been showing you on this page. So I'm going to jump right into Illustrator. I've got it open here. Create a new file. I'm going to create a landscape A4 because I know that that's what we want for this object. Now I'm going to see that we have the swatches open. I'm not sure if we need the layers open right now. We'll probably do everything on one layer. I certainly need the swatches. I need the transform palette, and I need my stroke out here as well. It's probably all I need just at the moment to do the orthogonal. Make sure you've got those things open. The beauty of doing it in Illustrator is it doesn't matter where you do it on this page because you can move it into the center later. I use the rectangle tool and I begin drawing the top view. It's a good idea to know exactly the dimensions you want to do. I've plugged in 60 millimeters. I'm going to change the stroke of what I'm doing to 0.25 of a point so it's really thin. There's the outline of my top view. I'm going to now turn on the rulers. I'm going to bring a guide out to 50 millimeters here, similar to what I did with the manual drawing, and I'm going to bring one down to 50 millimeters. That enables me to put that in the middle. So it's connected with those guides, so it's exactly right, I hope. Let's get it to snap to position. There it is. I'm going to find the center of that square because I know there's a line there. Using the line tool, wait a minute, I'll just click off that. Using the line tool, I'm going to add a line in the center. I'll put the hidden lines in later. You know that the shortcut for your guidelines is Command or Control and the colon, semicolon. Zooming out is Control or Command minus. Next we want to allow 20 millimeters between the views. Using the rectangle tool, create a rectangle 20 millimeters, but get rid of the stroke because the stroke may be going outside and may be making it bigger. Bring back my guides. There's my 20 millimeters. Push that over there. I'm going to need that soon. I'm going to need a new rectangle that is 60 wide and using the tab key to move down, 54 high. I'm not going to use this rectangle, but I'm just using it to get my sizes. There's the size of the front view. Delete that. Make sure that your front view is directly under the top view. Don't forget to save before you go any further. Digital orthogonal. I save my work on the desktop right now. Okay, now I need to drop a line down 24. Using the transform palette, I can control this rectangle 24 millimeters here, and I need a guide there. Delete that off. Now I'm ready. I'm going to use the pen tool. Oh, no, I'm not actually ready yet. Couple more things to do. Let's get the arc ready, and I know that I need an ellipse 10 millimeters by 10. I like to create my arc first. I also need another line at 18. So using this rectangle again, I can create another line 18 millimeters down. So see how I've built this shape virtually out of my blue guidelines. Now I'm going to cut this arc ready. Kill the fill, put a stroke on it, make that stroke as thin as we possibly can, and then using the scissor tool, which is underneath the eraser, I'm going to break one part of the arc out of here. Okay, that's all I need there. Zooming out slightly, I think it's time now to grab the pen tool and complete this. When you're drawing straight across, don't forget to press Shift. I'm going to run around here. That's not right. Let's go again with that. And now I have the perimeter of that object. Great. Okay, we're moving on. Let's put in the circle here. So we know that the circle sits here, and I think at 18, the center of the circle is at 18 from the base. So let's put in a center point for the circle, move that out of the way again. Let's get the ellipse tool again, and I need a 24 millimeter circle. I'm going to kill the fill again, bring back the stroke, and bring it back as thin as I can again. Pop that in the center. Okay, now it's time to work on the right side view. Throw that back to 20 millimeters again and create another guide. We know that the right side view is also 60. So why don't I just copy that rectangle from the top? But we know that it's 54 high. Now I could just bring that light down there like that, or I could use the transform palette again. I know that it's even on the bottom, so if I press the bottom marker here, disconnect it, I can bring it down to 54 high there. Then I know it's exactly right. I would prefer to... oh no, that's okay. Alright, let's bring in some lines now. We have another solid line here. That's not in the right place. Let's bring that down into the correct position. Now it's time for some hidden lines. Turn that off so you can see it. To duplicate lines, simply hold down Option key or Alt key if you're on a PC to duplicate them, and drag. I held down Shift Option. If you hold down Option, you can duplicate it anywhere. If you hold down Shift Option, it duplicates in the right line. Select your line, make it a dashed line. Let's take a look at that. Those dashes are too big, so make this back perhaps to 6 point. That looks okay. Repeat that line here for the hidden line. I'm going to use another hidden line, rotate that one, and the guides in Illustrator are showing me when these things are lined up. Not there, it's not. I might need my guides back in for the bottom of the circle. Oh yes, it is in line. Add the center line, so dragging down my hidden line, making it a little bit longer on so it sticks out from the drawing on both sides. Change this dashed line to a chain. Now I'm going for 20 points for the big parts of the line, 4 points for a gap, 6 points for the small part, and 4 points for a gap. Let's see what that looks like. It's not too bad. Okay, so now I've got to make my center point for the circle. I'm not sure about how to make this really well, but I just create a line that's not a dashed line. Zooming in here, hold down Shift Option to make a new line. We're trying to repeat the chain effect. I hope that looks about in the middle. Group that, copy it, and then paste in place, holding down Shift Option again to hold your rotation like that. Group it and then move it to the center of the object. It needs to be slightly bigger again. Hold down Shift Option to make sure it stays in the middle. Now I think we have the basic orthogonal there. It's time to make the point sizes a little bigger. I'll go for 1 point there, and we know that a chain line is supposed to be half the thickness. There we go. There's your basic orthogonal done in Illustrator.